Ready.
Play action now. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
On the set.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 70 Lions. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, Soko.
Motioning the tight end left. Lawrence with it on 1st. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
Putting a receiver in motion. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Lawrence in the pistol. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Hey, Lion!
First and 10, around to Robinson. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Decent 24.
Robinson punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Dive play straight ahead. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On first down, here's Daniels. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Play action now with Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
Bunker with the extra point. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, run! This side. Sink right.
Now it's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They send the tight end in motion.
Here we go.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Here's a screen for 2. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Let's go.
Lawrence throwing here. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down.
I'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Second and 3 now.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Ginger, attack.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Easy.
And send a receiver left. 3rd down give to Robinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hey, Ginger,
Now Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Tight end in motion left.
Here we go.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
11.
Man in motion here. Throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
24. Hey, tomato.
And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a seconds. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. Facing fourth down, the Jags elected to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This from 35 yards away. Little knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
It's going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime anytime you score points right before the final frame. And for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll take this at the 10. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Wide open. It's complete. And he gets this down near the 30. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be from 50. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they are unable to tie up this contest. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on. Set. Crack all 80. Go.
Trying the right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Cowboy 80.
Another carry for him. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Ready?
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Set up. 60 bites. Ready?
They give it to him again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
So first down from the 41.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Running right is Pacheco. And that's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3.
Here we go. Viking, hey.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on first and 10.
30 left. 11. Hey, I'm gun.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Jack Campbell with the INT. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now a pitch play to Pacheco. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Short pass brought in. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Danger! Jack, 13, Luke! Riggs!
Lawrence now off the play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, yeah.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy, Ralph! Hey, son. There we go.
A give, left side. Here's Robinson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and
9. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Go. Hey, Soko, hot.
Into the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that. Five-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Rip, 23. Son, that's hot.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Hey. Soko, hot. Here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
11. Go, let's go.
Lawrence to throw it. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Jack Campbell at the INT.
Lawrence's pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Eagles.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
They pitch it to him. And he touched the tackle. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready.
It's Pacheco again. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Let's go. Ready.
Hand off on 2nd and short. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Hey. Hawk 70. Check. Panther.
Back to the well again. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
Give now to the running back. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
Here we go. Start. Viking 18. Check out.
Play fake here. Daniels buying some time right. Now here he goes. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Rolling out to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down.
19 tight. 19 tight. 2. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Cougar 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Daniels throwing on third. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Butker with the extra point. And the Commanders push their lead to 18.
Commanders 31, Jaguars 17. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Red, I'm red. Here we go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Easy, route.
Another carry for Robinson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Jaguars trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Hey, let's go.
Staying with Robinson. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Jake, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Hey, Ginger, attack!
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Hey, run! Son, this is hot. Here we go.
On second down, Robinson. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and
11. Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Going to the ground again on first. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13.
Hey, 30 left. Take right open.
Tight end motioning right. Lawrence in the pistol. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Red on red. Sink right. 11. Hot.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go. It's hot. Go, let's go. Go. Here we go.
Robinson. Up to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal.
Diesel 24. Done. It's like, hey, kill. Here we go.
He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Jaguars 24.
Time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Ready.
All right, 1 more snap to play here.
Back. Ready.
There's a dive up the middle. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that 1 stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.